Hello! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Friday Book Club stream. My name is Melita. It's nice to meet you. Hi, Vanda. I saw you're waiting again. I took another screenshot. Thank you. Just about to cook some dinner, so I might not be able to answer much. Oh, okay, alright. Well, then I'll just do the stream regularly, and just if you want to throw in an answer, whatever you feel like it, go ahead. But I won't wait to see if you answer then if you're gonna be popping it out. Thanks for telling me. I appreciate that. And thanks for stopping by, because it sounds like you're busy. I hope you enjoy your dinner. Don't burn your dinner because you're trying to pay attention to the stream. That would be bad. Okay, well, I'm going to switch on the power for my laptop because I forgot to do that again. Hopefully that won't cause a glitch like it did last time. Connection is excellent, so hopefully no weird starting and stopping of the stream like last time. No, I'm frying up some spam, sausage, and eggs. Oh, sounds like you're having breakfast for dinner. With rice, that sounds tasty. That sounds like a good dinner. So in Malaysia, are eggs something that you eat at any time of day? Or is it considered like a breakfast food? Because here in America, eggs are kind of associated with breakfast. Oh, okay. So it's like an all-day kind of food. Cool. Interesting. I feel like most of the world considers eggs to be an anytime food, and it's only like America that associates it with morning time breakfast. Breakfast would be like boiled egg, sunny side up, egg McMuffin. And then lunch and dinner is like omelet. I see. Omelet anytime. Fried eggs are my comfort food. Oh, okay. Here, let me see if I have a fried egg emoji or an egg emoji in case you ever need comfort food. Maybe if you're feeling sad one day. Here you go. There. That way, if you're ever feeling sad, I can just make you some fried eggs. I don't really know if I have a comfort food. I think I just eat anything. Okay, well, we can get started with the discussion questions. So, let's see. We are doing chapter 4 of The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. Last week, it ended with Edmund finding his way into Narnia through the wardrobe. So now is the exciting chapter where he meets one of the really, really big characters of the story. So I was actually really excited creating these discussion questions. So, because I think that scene in this story is so memorable because it's kind of where Edmund chooses a side, and it kind of, I guess it sets the course for the whole book, because the side he chose caused a lot of problems and issues and stuff. Not to give out spoilers, but yeah, it was fun making up the questions. I may be going quiet every once in a while because I'm still having issues with my sinuses, so I'm still coughing and things. So I apologize if my if my voice sounds weird. Sniffles, yeah. I think at this point it's probably just fall allergies, like you said last time. So I'm also worried because there was a house guest and he was smoking outside. I'm worried like the smoke might have made its way into the house and maybe I'm having allergic reactions to it. I don't know. I mean, they're gone now, thankfully, so don't cry, Sensei. No crying. Just awful coughing and sniffling. This person. So, I mean, they asked permission, so, and they were smoking outside. They weren't smoking in the house. But it's just, I'm worried because they were still near the house. Maybe it came through the windows or something. Also, I realized the AC unit was running, and the AC unit is like connected to the window, and it just pulls air from the outside. So I'm worried, like, because that was on, the person was smoking outside, and the cigarette smoke might have gotten into the AC system and then blasted through the house. So I don't know. I hope not. I've never really noticed myself having like an allergic reaction to cigarette smoke, so, but I mean, if you're exposed to something for a very long time, oh well. But it could just be allergies as well. So, because right now it's September. My nose is sensitive to like dust. Oh yeah. But I think that's everyone. Yeah. I mean, that could be another thing for me too. I don't clean very well. Talking like major amounts of dust. Like an old room. Oh, you mean like those creepy rooms in horror movies where there's like cobwebs everywhere? And like an old skeleton sitting there randomly. Haunted house. Oh, I realized it's gonna be October soon. Because YouTube showed a Halloween commercial. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, right, it's September. So Halloween is coming. Half price candy. That's all I care about. November 1st, 50% off. I'm going for it. Oh, speaking of Halloween and witches. Alright, gonna start frying. Alright. Don't burn it. Here, I'll get started with the questions, and you can just yell them out to your kitchen if you're listening. Alright. Itterashai. You're just like, Turkish delights! Just randomly. Okay, let's get started with the first question. There are actually a lot of questions for this week. There's 14, and all of them are story questions. I don't have any opinion questions, so. Alright, so first question. I will repeat it 3 times, 2 times slow, and 1 time normal speed. When Edmund first arrived in Narnia, he heard the sound of an approaching vehicle. What kind of sound did Edmund hear? When Edmund first arrived in Narnia, he heard the sound of an approaching vehicle. What kind of sound did Edmund hear? When Edmund first arrived in Narnia, he heard the sound of an approaching vehicle. What kind of sound did Edmund hear? The scream of the dead? That would be kind of terrifying if there was a vehicle that made a sound like that. It sounds like something that would be from like a horror comedy movie or something. The sound of a carriage / chariot. What sound do they make? Yeah, that's a good guess. That's close. Let's see if I could give you. It's a sound that would make people think of Christmas, maybe. Well, at least it would make Americans think of Christmas. Yeah, pretty much. I'd say that's right. I'd say that's the right answer. Answer. Edmund heard the sound of bells. He heard the sound of bells. So yeah, jingle bells. Same thing. Yeah, because they were attached to the animals that were pulling this vehicle. And we can move to the next question because you're probably gonna get this right. Or at least you're mostly gonna get this right. Because the specific word might not be that common, but yeah, anyway. On you. Okay. A Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, evil villains drive Mercedes-Benz, right? What kind of vehicle did Edmund see approaching him? What kind of vehicle did Edmund see approaching him? What kind of vehicle did Edmund see approaching him? Yeah, I'm gonna take that, because I looked up the word that was in the book, because I'm not that familiar with it, and I think the word in the book is British, and then the word you just said, the internet was kind of saying that is more American, so, but they all refer to the same thing. So Panda's answer is a sleigh, and I'm gonna take that as correct. Answer: the vehicle was a sledge. The vehicle was a sledge. So the word sledge, that was in the book, but the word sleigh, what Panda has written, that's good enough too, because they're all the same thing. Sled, I think, is another word that you could even use. Sledgehammer. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not that familiar with the word sledge. So, and words like, not words, in Christmas songs, the word sleigh is usually what I see. So, unlike Santa Claus and his sleigh, that's what I'm used to hearing. But for sled, that could be something that is large and is pulled by animals, or it can be something small. Because like the toy sleds that I would use as a kid when it snowed, sadly, Panda probably doesn't have any of these fun memories because it doesn't snow where he lives. But yeah, we call those sleds, and you use them to sled across the snow or down the hill. Usually we would find a hill and just sled down to the bottom of it. Fun times. But yeah, that was what he saw approaching him. And that is not a JoJo reference either. That's what made me think of. Next question. What kind of animal was pulling the sledge? What kind of animal was pulling the sledge? What kind of animal was pulling the sledge? Or what kind of animal was pulling the sleigh, if you want to say. Maybe sled is a contraction of sledge. Maybe. People do all kinds of things with words. It just makes it so confusing. A pen? Oh! For the animal that's pulling. No. But it was something pretty and cute. Well, actually, I don't know if these were pretty and cute. But normally they are. I guess you could say these are also animals that are associated with Christmas. Yep. Yep. You're getting all these answers and you didn't even read the book. You just watched the movie. So answer. Reindeer were pulling the sledge. Reindeer were pulling the sledge. Good job, Panda. One scene in the movie, she was riding a chariot pulled by polar bears. Really? Good grief. Is that the Disney version? That's a very different version. Good grief, polar bears. I'm gonna go check the live action Disney version to see if they had the polar bears in that one. There was a giant battle. Yeah. That battle at the end. Oh, was that when she had the polar bears? Oh, okay. The big guy and the kids versus she who shall not be named. What is she, Lord Voldemort? Well, she's a witch, so I guess she kind of is like Lord Voldemort. I can't wait till the big guy enters the story. I think I'm gonna be excited to write questions for that chapter. But I think it's gonna be a while. Oh, and also, so reindeer, it's both singular and plural. So the context of the sentence will let you know if it's being used as a singular word or as a plural word. So probably because an will probably be in front of it, like a reindeer was pulling the sledge, because then you'd know it was just one. And then reindeer were pulling the sledge. It probably is plural because there's no a in front of it. Reindeers, a herd of yeah. Same with the word deer. It's the same. A deer ran across the street. A herd of deer ran across the street. We have a lot of deer where I live. They're very annoying, and I've hit one of them before. But luckily it wasn't very bad. Because it jumped in front of my car and I stopped, and I think like the license plate clipped the back of its leg and it like stumbled and rolled over and then just got up and ran away. And I was like, I hate you. But luckily my car wasn't damaged. Deer with reins on them. Mm-hmm. So she's like the evil sister of Santa Claus because she's got like reindeer pulling her sleigh. She does magic, but it's not very nice magic. I heard it's a thing in the US. Deer? Yeah. Deer crossings. Yep. They're very stupid. You see a lot of dead deer where I live because people will hit them and then they'll just die on the side of the road. Some of them will. Yep. They're very, very stupid. I actually hit a baby deer. So, well, technically I didn't hit it. It ran into my car. And the dumbest thing was I was on the highway where we're going like 60 miles per hour. I'm not sure what that would be in kilometers. Is that 80 maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it got out there because it was in the middle of the highway. It's not like it was on the right side where the shoulder is. It was in the middle of the highway, so it's like it would have had to cross like 3 lanes of traffic to get where it was, and then did it dead? Yeah, it did. It did dead it. It died for sure. So I only know what it was because it was like kind of late at night, so it was dark, and I was just driving, and then suddenly like something bumped the car from the left side, and I was like, what in the world was that? And then the next day when I was driving down that highway, I made sure to look to see like if something was dead, and I saw, yeah, it was like it was a deer, and it was a baby deer. So But it's not my fault because I didn't hit it, it hit me. So, highways late at night and the movies give me the creeps. Yeah, anything late at night gives me the creeps. Even certain things during the daytime can give me the creeps. We here coming to your house. It's not my fault. It left here on my car because there's like a protective cover over where the wheel is, like at the top. I don't know what you call that, but that's where it smacked against my car. And like after it hit it, I got off the highway and I pulled into a parking lot to just check and make sure nothing was damaged. And there was like all this hair or fur, I guess, stuck into that part of the car, so it must have hit it pretty hard. And my egg is fried perfectly. Nice. Ippai tapete kudasai. Please enjoy your delicious egg. So yes. So the moral of the story is, if you are driving in America, please be careful because we have lots of wildlife and they're very stupid and they walk out into the road and they don't care that cars are coming. No, I have to try out other stuff too first. Oh, okay. The spam. Moral of the story, if you went over there, it's not your fault. Yeah, I don't think insurance would blame you if it's an animal. Yeah, but luckily my car wasn't damaged. It just had like deer fur stuck in it. And then like I just went to the car wash and then it eventually came out. I think it stayed in there for a very long time though. But I swear I'm innocent. Of that little fawn's death. They're called fawns, right? I think they're called fawns. Okay, moving on. Before I get canceled for killing Bambi. What kind of creature was driving the sledge? What kind of creature was driving the sledge? What kind of creature was driving the sledge? And the word creature, I used this in, I think it was chapter 2 discussion. The word creature, it just basically means something that is alive, and it might be an animal, it might not be an animal, you're not really sure what it is, and it doesn't have a bad meaning, and it doesn't have a good meaning, it just depends on the context that it's used in. So yeah, that's why I used it here, because the thing that's driving the sledge is not a human being, but it's still alive, so. At first I thought that was indirectly asking what type of creature was she. Oh. Yeah, there's another person, because she wasn't driving the sledge. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's why I just called him a creature, because it's like, I don't know, would something like that be a person? But I mean, if you say what kind of person, then it's like, huh? So, wait, what am I doing? Oh, okay, I'm already at the, right, okay, so, answer. A dwarf was driving the sledge. A dwarf was driving the sledge. Humanoids. Yeah. Yep. So dwarfs are very, very popular fantasy characters. Definitely in American culture. So you have like, no, it's not Cinderella. Snow White. Wrong princess. You have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And a dwarf is just, it's basically, like Panda said, it's a humanoid. They look human, but they're just really, really small. So, but they're different from hobbits. So, I mean, I think hobbits are probably specific to Tolkien's books. I don't know if they ever appeared in anywhere else. I think he might have created the concept of a hobbit. I'm not sure. But the concept of a dwarf, yeah, that's pretty old. Because, I mean, they appeared in Snow White, and Snow White, I believe, is like a German folktale, I think, from like a long time ago. Small human-like creature with beards. Yes! That's right, Panda's right. They usually have beards. That's like a thing with them. I don't think the female ones have beards. I'm not sure. But yeah, the male ones do. But they show up in a lot. Like in the video game Skyrim, I believe there were dwarfs. And of course, in Lord of the Rings, there were dwarfs. And in this story, there are dwarfs. So they're very, very popular fantasy creatures. They feature a lot in Norse mythology. Oh, okay. Norse, yeah. I always forget that Norse mythology is very influential in like a lot of like Western fiction and stuff, because you have like Greek and Roman, but then you also have Norse. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is a multiple choice question. I decided to throw this in here instead of just making it a regular question. So the dwarf had a passenger riding in the sledge. What royal title did the passenger use to identify herself? 1 second. Was it A, Empress, B, Duchess, C, Queen, or D, Princess? The dwarf had a passenger riding in the sledge. What royal title did the passenger use to identify herself? A, Empress, B, Duchess, C, Queen, D, Princess. Last time. The dwarf had a passenger riding in the sledge. What royal title did the passenger use to identify herself? A, Empress, B, Duchess, C, Queen, D, Princess. Panda says Empress. I'm pretty sure he's joking though. Are you? Are you joking or are you serious? Oh, it was a serious answer. I thought you were joking. Okay, I'll wait. Yep, that's right. Good job. Answer C, Queen. Answer C, Queen. And as Panda's saying, Queen of Narnia. So the whole country that Lucy and Edmund found their way to, she is claiming to be the queen of all of it. And in this case, she is self-proclaimed queen. So she's calling herself the queen. It's not like somebody gave her that title. And it kind of means it's kind of controversial whether she truly is or she truly isn't. So. But yeah, Queen of Narnia. Good job, Panda. Okay, so this is a fun question because this is also another significant mention of something. She calls herself Queen of Narnia. Yep. What object was the queen holding in her right hand, and what was she wearing on her head? What object was the queen holding in her right hand, and what was she wearing on her head? What object was the queen holding in her right hand, and what was she wearing on her head? She was holding a smartphone and was wearing a beanie. What is she, what do they call them? Was she a hipster? The queen was a hipster. She was unironically the Queen of Narnia. Oh, drinking water. Chill out, bro. Oh, ba-doom. Nice pun. I didn't realize it for a second, but now I get the pun. That was unintentional. You're just unintentionally a comedic genius. Nice. But I'll pretend I planned it all along. Yeah, so the thing in her hand is pretty significant. I don't really think the thing on her head matters all that much, but I mean, she's a queen, so I'm sure you can guess what would be on a queen's head. Resident comedian. Yep. Yep. You're the chat comedian. As well as chat cook. You wear many hats. She was holding a scepter and wearing a crown. What about the scepter? Well, here, let me give the hint. So the thing on her head reflects her status as a queen, but then the thing in her hand reflects her other name. Yeah, there you go. No. The first guess, or the second guess. Or the first guess after the wrong guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, but yeah, that one. Think Harry Potter. So, or at least in the book, maybe in the all the different movie versions, she might have had different things, but for the book, it specifically references in her right hand that she was holding this thing. But yeah, you got it right. You got it right. So, answer. She was holding a golden wand in her right hand and wearing a golden crown on her head. She was holding a golden wand in her right hand and wearing a golden crown on her head. God, imagine her in Harry Potter. I wonder what her power level would even be if she was in Harry Potter. Well, I mean, I guess she is pretty powerful because well, I don't want to spoil because it's the answer to a later question, but she did cast a very powerful spell over Narnia. Oh, they should do that. Don't they have like I think like, well, there's probably like tons of Voldemort's wife cough, betrayal and murder cough. Dude, they should do that where they what is it? Is like battle versus somebody else. I forget what they're called. But it's just like people on YouTube, like they take different characters and then they go over like their power levels based on like whatever story they originally come from. And then they like pit them against each other to see who would win. That would be fun if somebody did that with her and somebody from Harry Potter. I don't know, I guess maybe Lord Voldemort, because I guess he was the most powerful. Or Dumbledore, just somebody. I think she would probably win, though. I think, thinking of the things that I remember her doing, I think she probably would be more powerful than Harry Potter witches and wizards were. I don't know, but I'll have to see because I don't know the book version of her. I just know like the movie versions. Half the series, Voldy was a spirit without a body, though. Yeah, well, they could pick whichever version of Voldemort they want, because I guess there were different versions of him, depending on which part of the story. If it's like from the flashbacks, or from like the present time during the story, like when Harry Potter is dealing directly with him. Plus, Harry Potter universe literally has a murder spell. No fancy summoning, no ice, just die. Yeah, they do have some pretty powerful spells. I'm gonna go look and see actually now. After the stream is done, I'm gonna see if anyone's done that. They've compared the witches from Narnia to the witches from Harry Potter universe. Okay. Oh well. Speaking of her magical abilities, what did the Queen use her magic to create for Edmund? What did the Queen use her magic to create for Edmund? What did the Queen use her magic to create for Edmund? She created some empathy and personality for Edmund. He needed it. Ugh, I don't know if her magic was strong enough for that. He was like pretty lacking in character. I guess Edmund would be a perfect example of character development. Because I always hear people talking about that for stories. They're like, there needs to be character development. And I'm just like, Did you scream that out in your kitchen? It doesn't count unless you screamed it out loud. I'm kidding. It was two things. Do you remember the other one? The other one's not super specific, but just in case, just to see. I am yelling it out right now. And the oil pops in response. It's giving you support. Okay, you got one. Can you remember the other one? If you don't, it's fine, because it actually didn't have a specific name like the Turkish Delight did, but... Yeah, but I mean, it's not a big deal if you don't remember it. For me, I think the only reason I remember it's because of the cartoon version that I saw and the way that the animation was done. It was very memorable. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's not very specific, so it's understandable. Because the Turkish Delight is the thing that was really significant. So, answer. She used magic to create a hot drink and some Turkish Delight. She used magic to create a hot drink and some Turkish Delight. So yeah, because the book doesn't even say what he was drinking. So it's not like it was hot chocolate or hot tea. It just... She used it to create like a cup and it had like a steaming liquid in it. But the book never actually said what it was. Because cold weather. Yeah. Because he was freezing because he hadn't grabbed a jacket from out of the wardrobe. So he was really cold. And so she was like, oh, come sit with me, child. And I'll wrap you in all my, furs that I have. And so she made him something to drink. Which was probably poisoned with like evil magic. Yeah, because the book actually mentioned that the Turkish Delight, especially, that had like a curse on it or like a magical spell. It wasn't like normal food he was eating. So, and by him eating the Turkish Delight, it kind of made him addicted to it in a way. So like she was able to control him by like telling him, oh, I need you to do this, and if you do it, I'll get you more Turkish Delight. Best way to get one of the main characters to your side, lure him in with candy and drinks. Yep. Especially if it's a child. So many life lessons we're learning here. When a stranger offers you candy, don't take it. I'm still surprised he didn't run away when he first saw that the sleigh was approaching him. But I mean, thinking about it, Lucy had told them about how she had been to Narnia and how she had had a fun time and everything, so he might not have thought that he was in any danger because Lucy hadn't been in danger. The dwarf was ugly. Yeah, he wasn't one of the nice dwarfs. How did that not scare him away? I know, right? Yeah, I mean, I think, in general, I think dwarves, they're neither good nor bad in general, but yeah, this one, he was an evil dwarf. Because Mr. Tumnus mentioned that, some of the inhabitants of Narnia, some of them were on the queen's side, and then some of them were against her. So yeah. Yeah, because I think it said the dwarf smiled at Edmund, and it mentioned like it wasn't a very nice smile. Some of them had no choice, I assume. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, or they were bewitched. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a situation like this, when you have such an evil person who's so powerful, it's kind of understandable. Like with Mr. Tumnus. He was good, but he was too scared to do the right thing at first. Gotta do what you gotta do. Yep. Gotta survive. So this question probably should be obvious because we all know Edmund by now in his character, so true or false? The Queen asked Edmund many questions, but he refused to tell her anything. The Queen asked Edmund many questions, but he refused to tell her anything. The Queen asked Edmund many questions, but he refused to tell her anything. False, yep. Answer, false. Yes, his big mouth is what is eventually going to get Mr. Tumnus in trouble. He told her all about his siblings, about the world he came from, and about his sister coming and meeting Mr. Tumnus. His big mouth. Although I guess in Edmund's defense, by now, because he had drank the drink and he was eating the Turkish delight, which had like evil magic put on it, he kind of was like drugged in a way. I don't think he could have resisted even if he wanted to, but something tells me Edmund would have done it anyway, because he kind of was like not that sensible and kind of a jerk. That's something I'm curious about. How would Edmund have acted if he hadn't been put under a spell by the Queen with the food that he ate? Because I feel like he would have done all that stuff anyway, even without the spell. Edmund was like the tool to move the story along. Exactly, yep. That's why it was so exciting for me to write questions for this chapter, because it's like everything begins in this chapter. So, like the whole story basically begins here. If this chapter hadn't happened the way it did, then the story would have been completely different. Well, in the movie I watched, there's no mention of a spell, so I always just assumed he was that kind of guy. Yeah. Yeah. In the book it mentions it. So because it says, how did it phrase it? It said the Turkish delight he was eating, it had a spell put on it that, you know, the person would just continue to eat it forever until they died, because that's how powerful the spell was. So she really was in control of him at that point. I think the live action versions that I watched, there was the old BBC version. One of the characters mentioned something about Edmund. We haven't met those characters yet. But later, a character that meets Edmund, later he mentions to his siblings that he noticed something about him. And it had to do with him having eaten the food prepared for him by the queen. So at least in that version, it does make some sort of a mention. So, but it's just really hard to tell because Edmund is, like you said, that kind of guy. Oh, okay, so next question. More about the Turkish delight. The queen promised to give Edmund more Turkish delight in exchange for doing what? The queen promised to give Edmund more Turkish delight in exchange for doing what? Excuse me. The queen promised to give Edmund more Turkish delight in exchange for doing what? That kind of character in exchange for telling her who the other humans were and bringing them to meet her. Yep, pretty much. And by other humans, you mean his siblings, right? I'm assuming that's what you meant. His two sisters and brother. Ah, okay. Yeah, I figured you meant that. Yep, that's exactly what she wanted. Answer. She promised to give Edmund more Turkish delight if he brought his siblings to her house. She promised to give Edmund more Turkish delight if he brought his siblings to her house. Yeah, nothing suspicious about that. You know, some creepy lady with a wand and magical abilities trying to get kids to come to her house. There are no stories that went horribly wrong with characters like that. Kids, magical women, witches. Yeah, no stories ever went wrong with that kind of setup. Bring me your brother and sisters and I'll give you candy. Yeah, I swear, if this had been any other story, Edmund probably would have died a horrible death. He's just doing everything wrong. It's like people in horror movies where it's like, don't go in that room. No, don't go in the creepy house. No, don't get out of the car. Like, that's what he's doing. Hansel and Gretel, who? Never heard of them. Yeah. I'm British, not German. I don't know those stories. I'm kidding. I'm sure probably his time period they would have known Hansel and Gretel. Yeah, for Pete's sake, man. Yep, like you said, he was the character to move the story along. There's a lot of important dumb things he had to do, otherwise there would be no story. Okay, true or false? This is kind of a trick question, by the way. The queen also promised to make Edmund a duke if he brought his siblings to her home. The queen also promised to make Edmund a duke if he brought his siblings to her home. The queen also promised to make Edmund a duke if he brought his siblings to her home. True or false? Yeah. Yep. Your final answer? Is this your final answer? Should I show it? Should I show the answer? False. Oh, okay, cool. Good job, good job. You remembered. Answer, false. Good job. Yeah. It was kind of a trick question because she did promise to give him a royal title. It just wasn't a duke. Like you said, it was a prince. The duke was for his brother. Because she was lying to him and saying like, oh, you'll be a prince, and then when I'm gone, you can become king of Narnia because you'll be like my son and I'll adopt you. And all kinds of lies. So, and she was like, your brother will be a duke and your sisters will be duchesses. I have no idea what any of these titles are because I'm an American and we never really had royalty. So there was a king in the very beginning when America was being created, but then we rebelled, a revolution was fought, and then we now have president, so I have no idea what a duke is. Sugar mommy cough. Oh my gosh. Literally, because she keeps giving him candy. I swear, if she didn't do something horrible to him, at the very least he'd get diabetes. Oh, that's what happened in a version of Hansel and Gretel that I saw. There's this really awesome version called like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. It has Gemma Arterton in it, and the dude who was Hawkeye or whatever his name was, he's from the Marvel movies. The guy who shoots the arrow, is his name Hawkeye? I can't remember. But yeah, he was in there as Hansel, and then Gemma Arterton was Gretel, and it showed them as adults, and they were like killing witches and stuff. And it was funny because like the brother got diabetes because when they went to the witch's house and she fed them tons of candy to fatten them up, he ate so much candy that he ended up having diabetes. So the adult character of Hansel had diabetes, or just the actor. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, crossover? No, not a crossover. Just the actor. I forget what is it. Jeremy Renner? Yeah, I can't remember the actor's name, but it's that actor, not the character. That would be crazy. I'm still hoping for a sequel because it was really good. It was an interesting concept. Oh, it's Jeremy Renner? Oh, okay. The dude who always plays Hawkeye. Oh, the dude who plays Hawkeye. Oh, okay, so the character's name is Hawkeye. Okay. Yeah, because there are a lot of there are a lot of Marvel characters I'm not familiar with, and I learned them through the movies. So, like, I didn't even know who Iron Man was until the movies came out. But yeah, witches giving you candy. Be careful, because you might get diabetes. In a world of infinity stones and superheroes and super soldiers. He just shoots arrows, explosive arrows, sure, but literally just a bow and arrow. I know, like really? It's like, do you do anything else? It's like, nope. It's like, how are you still alive? Like, at least Black Widow has like combat skills and stuff, and more explosives. Yeah, she survives because she's hot and because she's Scarlett Johansson, or at least she did survive. Spoiler alert. Oh, her movie's out. I need to watch it. I really liked her character because Scarlett Johansson is just super cool. Her superpower is she's hot, badass, and she can beat people up. Pretty much. And she's a redhead most of the time. Oh yeah, her backstory movie. Yeah. There was a really cool TV show that was a spin-off of Agent Carter, the Peggy Carter lady, the British one who was like in love with Captain America. That was a pretty cool show. Cause I think it had characters that might have come from Black Widow's universe eventually or something, because there was like some crazy woman who was like pretending to be a normal lady, and then she like was like an assassin all of a sudden, and I think she might have come from the Black Widow program. I'm not sure. The show got canceled, so I never found out. Got spoiled by my friends, but don't worry, no spoilers. Oh, they told you about it? That stinks. No, I feel like binging Marvel shows. Well, if you haven't seen the, what is it, WandaVision, definitely watch it. It was really good. Although, probably American people would like it more, or at least people who are familiar with American TV, because that definitely was why I liked it a lot, because it basically was like a parody of all the popular American TV shows starting from like the 50s or the 60s. Like they even parodied Malcolm in the Middle, and that was like one of my favorite shows. I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a season or two. Oh yeah. Yeah. I started watching that and then I stopped, but then I started watching it again this summer, and I'm like all the way to the last season. It's really good. I watched but then Netflix deleted it, and now it only starts from like season 5. Oh, that sucks. I guess maybe you have different choices because you live in a different country. Because for me, Netflix has all 7 seasons, so I guess you have different options depending on what country you live in. Well, if you get a chance to watch the rest of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I recommend it. It's really good. It actually is really, really good. So, there's a lot of science fiction in it. It kind of gets crazy because they go all over the place, but it's actually pretty fun. The ironic thing is the Netflix in Malaysia can auto-suggest the show in the search bar, but it doesn't even have it. Wow, that's annoying. If you go into your profile and you change the country that you live in, will it give you different options? Or does it not matter? Does it read your IP address? I'm not sure how that works. Because that's how, somebody told me that's how you can get, like, Japanese dubs of American TV shows. If you go into your profile and either you switch your language or you switch, like, your country of origin. I think it might be the language that you're supposed to change, and then everything in your menu, it all turns to Japanese, but then you could also get like Japanese dub. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, do you have it? Nope. Oh yes, I know that exact one. It's right here. Oh, can I watch it? No, you can't. You can just stare at it. Stare at the thumbnail and imagine. Well, my Netflix is a shared account, which I'm not in charge of, so I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Well, I think, well, for me, because I use my parents' Netflix account, and you can create different profiles. So I think when I did it, it only changed my profile and it left my dad's alone. So, but who knows? It could be that the app might work differently depending on what country you're in. So yeah, you probably shouldn't try it. So yeah, because my dad does not speak Japanese, and if it had changed everything into Japanese, he would have been so mad. He would just been like, I mean, he would have known it was me, I'm sure, because I'm the only child he has that speaks different languages. I'll try that later. Okay. Just be careful. And if it causes a problem, I didn't do it. I will delete this section of the stream so there's no evidence. You can't tie it back to me. Just like the murder of Bambi, you can't tie it to me. Oh, the question. Okay, well, I guess I should read the question. Who did Edmund meet after the Queen had left? Who did Edmund meet after the Queen had left? Who did Edmund meet after the Queen had left? Oh, getting rid of the evidence. Yes, I'll private the stream right after it's done, and then I'll do my editing. This was not a new character. And it also was not Mr. Tumnus. Yeah, so the Queen had given him her instructions, and then she pointed him back to the lamppost so he could get home. I assume Lucy. Yeah, good job. Good assumption. Answer, he met Lucy. Yeah, the Queen had just left and told him how to get home, and so going back, he met his sister. Oof. Can you imagine if Lucy had met the Queen? Well, she probably would have run away. If she had seen her, she probably wouldn't have hung around. Sorry, I was sneezing. 1 second. Yeah, I feel like everyone else, aside from Mr. Smartypants Edmund here, would run away or confront her. Lucy met Mr. Tumnus before, so she knows this Queen is bad news. Yeah. I think an innocent child like Lucy definitely would have known, even if she hadn't known anything about the Queen. Like, if the Queen had been the first character that Lucy had met, she probably would be able to sense that she's evil and run away from her. But she's a very innocent child, so she can pick up on things like that. So, because Mr. Tumnus, the reason why he was able to trick her is because he's genuinely a nice person. So, as evidenced by the fact that he didn't go through with kidnapping her and confessed on his own. The sixth sense of innocent child, she can sense their auras. Yeah. Because you can't fake being nice to a little child. They can tell genuinely nice people. And because Mr. Tumnus was a genuinely nice person, that's why he was kind of able to trick her. But yeah, the witch, especially with her description, in the book. It didn't sound like something a child would want to interact with. Like that whole scene is just like, why didn't he run away? So yeah, oh, speaking of Lucy and her knowledge of Narnia, based on what Lucy told Edmund, what is the true identity of the Queen? Based on what Lucy told Edmund, what is the true identity of the Queen? Based on what Lucy told Edmund, what is the true identity of the Queen? True identity of the Queen is the White Witch. Yep. Answer. According to Lucy, the Queen is actually the White Witch. According to Lucy, the Queen is actually the White Witch. I actually thought you were going to give a joke answer there for a second. But you actually gave the real answer. I was wondering what you were going to say. The Black Wizard. Yeah, the Black Wizard and his ugly stepson. He's a 10-year-old with a beard. He has a condition. The Boy Who Lived. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so now we're getting into her magical powers. Now we can start talking about the fun stuff. What kind of magical ability does the White Witch possess? And what kind of spell did she cast over Narnia? What kind of magical ability does the White Witch possess? And what kind of spell did she cast over Narnia? What kind of magical ability does the White Witch possess? And what kind of spell did she cast over Narnia? So this is where I think she definitely would, at least if she was put in the Harry Potter universe, I think she would at least be a powerful witch. I don't know if she would be the most powerful, but I definitely feel like she would be a powerful one. Over winter, it's winter cold. And she cast a spell of eternal winter. Well, so the magical ability, there was a specific thing she would do to people. It was a very cruel and mean thing. Can you remember it? That was the magical ability I was worried about. Because Mr. Tumnus mentioned it. When he was saying all the things, the evil things that she would do to him. He mentioned this ability she has. She can transform people into something. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think anything, any living thing, she can transform them. Actually, it probably doesn't even have to be living. It could be maybe even an object, probably. Or trees. Like plants and things. I bet she probably could do that even. But yeah, that's Answer. The White Witch can turn people into stone, and she cast a spell over Narnia. No, sorry. And she cast a spell over Narnia so that it's always winter but never Christmas. The White Witch can turn people into stone, and she cast a spell over Narnia so that it's always winter but never Christmas. Eternal winter. Yeah, I think with the book, it... Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they switched things up for dramatic effect. Here, let me look and make sure. Because I think the book specifically said stone. Yeah. Lucy's talking. She can turn people into stone and do all kinds of horrible things. Yeah, I mean, freeze people, stone, whatever. Whatever version you watch, they could have changed it to make it more dramatic. Because it fits the fact that she has, like, power over ice and stuff. So... But yeah, but I mean, either way, you're frozen. You ain't moving. So yeah, but I mean, like you said, it would seem she has tons of abilities, so depending on like what version you look at, because I'm not even sure what her other powers are, because I mean, she can do so many things. Like she created the food, and she didn't even use her wand for that. In the book, it said she took out a bottle and she dropped like just like a single drop of liquid on the ground, and poof, it just became the drink. And then the same with the Turkish Delight, just the liquid that came out of the bottle, poof, it turned into Turkish Delight. So she has all sorts of abilities. But yeah, that's my memory of her ability to freeze people into statues. She was doing that, like you mentioned in the battle. She was doing that during the battle. She was so cheap. She's like a sniper. Like snipers in games where they could just like shoot people from far away. Okay, I think this is the last question. Wow, an hour and a half. Ice Sniper, yep. Well, that's like Borderlands. How you can have elemental guns. They could have like electricity and fire and ice, all sorts of stuff. Also fingers. Oily, so be right back. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, well, I'm not sure if you can hear me, Panda, but I'll read the last question. So, true or false? Once Edmund found out the Queen was actually an evil witch, he told Lucy all about his meeting with her and the request she made for him to bring his siblings to her home. Borderlands is fun. Yes, it is. That is one of my favorite games. Okay, second time reading through. Once Edmund found out the Queen was actually evil... Oops, that was completely wrong. Once Edmund found out the Queen was actually an evil witch, he told Lucy all about his meeting with her and the request she made for him to bring his siblings to her home. Once Edmund found out the queen was actually an evil witch, he told Lucy all about his meeting with her and the request she made for him to bring his siblings to her home. Is this statement true or false? Claptrap is annoying. Claptrap is annoying. He's very fun, though. In the pre-sequel game, though, he's kind of he's kind of the best character to play as because he doesn't need to breathe, so you don't have to like run around to the air pockets. So I had to play as him because it was driving me crazy running around losing oxygen out in space. Yeah, for Borderlands. As far as I know, what is it? You have Borderlands and then Borderlands 2, and then they made something called the pre-sequel, which basically it was it had to do with Handsome Jack and his backstory. And there might have been a fourth game. And then they had Borderlands 3. So I'm not up to date on all the Borderlands because it switched consoles and I still have an Xbox 360. I don't have an Xbox One. Oh, you only know Borderlands. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the pre-sequel, I think is what it's called, and that just basically, it talks about the events before Borderlands 2. So it explains, like, how Handsome Jack became who he was in Borderlands 2. It's pretty fun. I haven't finished it, though. Wake up and then you walk around and meet this small annoying robot who sticks with you for like almost the entire game. That's interesting. Someone's first impression of Borderlands being Borderlands 2. Because I started playing it from the first game, Borderlands 1. Because my friends wanted to co-op. Oh, cool. I've never played the game with anybody else. I've always played it solo. So they bought me the game as a gift. Here's your gift. Now let's play it together. Was summer sale, I think, so it was only $5 in my currency. Also, answer false. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, good job. Answer false. Answer is false. It would have been a very, very different story, again, if he had told Lucy about his meeting with the White Witch. Because maybe they wouldn't have come back. Or they might have gone toward Mr. Tumnus. Who knows? But yeah, the fact that he kept quiet. Wait, was that? Was all? Okay. Yep. Congratulations. That's me clapping for you. Good job. That was a lot of questions this week. I usually have like around 10, but there was so much information in the chapter. So, and I didn't want to save any of the information for next week. So, because actually a lot of the early questions for this stream, they actually come from chapter 3, but I wanted to keep all the information together. So, because like the description of her and the dwarf and everything actually was like the ending of chapter 3. Exposition TM? What's that? Okay, so I'm going to eat a cough drop real quick for my throat. So I'm gonna be careful to not let it mess up my pronunciation when I talk. So, because I know this is an ESL stream, but I think I can talk without it messing up my pronunciation. I'm testing it. Seems okay. Oh, it's like a literature term. Hmm. Oh, like when you just have the narrator randomly tell something. Or if a character asks a question that, like, the audience probably has the same question and the character's like, oh, can you explain this thing to me again? And then they launch into some huge, like, scientific explanation about something. Oh, okay. Exposition TM. Hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did that a lot, because there's so much science fiction in the show that, what were the two characters? The British guy, no, the British girl and the Scottish guy. Was it Fitz and something else? Ah, I forget their names. Yeah, they were always having, like, the characters were always asking questions because they always had to give these big scientific explanations. Trademark sign. Oh, okay. British girl was cute. Yeah, she was. Gemma, that was her name. Or at least that was her first name. Simmons. Okay, yeah. Gemma Simmons and then Leopold Fitz. So Fitzsimmons, that's what they would call them. She was very cute. She kind of reminded me of the girl from Harry Potter a little bit. Hermione, or however you pronounce her name. I can't pronounce that girl's name. Gemma and Fitz. Yeah. What's Hacker Girl main character called again? Well, she starts off as Sky, and then there's, like, I guess character development happens, and then her name gets changed to Daisy, which I hated because Sky sounds so much cooler, and Daisy is kind of lame. Hear my Oni. Okay, thank you. Hear my Oni. Yeah, that's such a strange name. I don't think we use that name in American culture. I'm not even sure how popular that name is in England. Hermione. Why couldn't it have been something simple? Like, you have Harry, you have Ron, and then you have her. Yeah, Sky was pretty cool. Sky gets really dope because she learns how to fight. So actually a lot of stuff happens in the show. But I forget what season 2 was about. So I guess I shouldn't say anything because spoilers. Her as in the word her. My as in my friend. O and me. Pronounce me. Hermione. Hermione. Maybe I can't say it because I'm saying it as an American. Maybe I need to fake a British accent. Close enough. For the longest time, I thought it was Hermione. Yeah. Because, like, nobody has that name. Like, I've never seen a character in a story ever that has that. Yeah, that character was interesting. She was kind of, but they actually are pretty similar though. Gemma and that girl, Harry Potter girl, like the way they act, they're very proper British girls, and they're both very intelligent. Except I think Gemma was nicer than Hermione. Gosh. Granger. I'm gonna call her Granger because that was her last name, I think. Gemma was so much nicer. Those two were actually the only reason I kept watching the show, because in the beginning I wasn't really interested in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I thought it was gonna be like a superhero style television show, and that kind of bored me. But those two were really amusing because I love UK accents, and you had like the Scottish dude. I love Scottish accents, and then Gemma with her English accent. It was really cute. Harry Potter girl is sassy and bossy. Yes, she is very bossy and stuck up. Harry Potter girl punches a villain though, so that's a plus. Yeah, that was funny. Well, the wannabe, he's the wannabe villain of the story. Of the kid version of the story. Yeah. Did he die? I forget. I'm pretty sure he stayed evil. Because I watched the last movie recently, but I don't even remember what happened. And I haven't read the last book either. Oh, he lived? Oh, okay. Darn. He's lucky he's a kid character. And then in The Cursed Child, he has a kid. Oh, she made sequels? There's already sequels? Dang. Kershaw is like equivalent to post-series fan fiction. Ouch! There's like one where they're all grown up. Oh, that's harsh. That is a harsh review. Calling something from the original author as fan fiction. Rowling wrote that as a screenplay. Oh, okay. And then she just turned it into a book to get extra money, probably. She's like, oh, I want to make this into a movie. Oh, but let's make some extra money because people will buy it if it's book form. And then basically, Hermione is the Minister of Magic, Harry is in, or Ron is Ron. And then the story focuses on their kids going to Hogwarts. Oh, that's cool. Wait, did Harry marry Ron's little sister? Was that how it ended? TLDR, in this canon but non-canon fanfiction, Voldy had a kid with Bellatrix and she's back to take revenge. That sounds horrible. That does sound like a fanfiction. Wait, Bellatrix is my last name. Darn. Yeah, Harry married Ginny and Ron married... Oh, is that who? Oh, I forgot that. I forgot that they married. Ew, that's gross. I'm gonna throw up. I forgot Ron and Hermione got married. I was trying to think of who Hermione married, and I really couldn't remember. And if it's Ron. Oh, ugh, gross. Ew, no. Oh, maybe I'm the cursed child. Because my last name is Bellatrix. Ew, no, I'm not his wife. I'm an Amazon, not a witch. Amazons don't... I don't think they have magical powers. Well, I think... Are they demigods? I think they came from... one of the Greek gods. Was it Mars? The god of war. I think he created them or something. Yeah, most of the fan base doesn't really like the cursed child. Well, when you name it, when you call it cursed in the title, you're pretty much setting it up for failure. Oh, okay, yeah. It's written in the form of a script, so it's not like the rest of the series. What? It really sounds like she just wanted to make some extra money. Who does that? That's interesting. To publish it as if it's written as a script. Maybe she just wanted to test it and see if it was a good idea to make it into a movie. Like maybe something she wasn't 100% sure of. So she just did that just to test the waters. Oh, I don't know anything about that. I mean, I think I heard some drama stuff, but well, the 6 books that I read were really good. So I'm sure the seventh was good too. So at least she was able to do a good job with the series. So yeah, that's silly drama. The Fantastic Beasts are good though. I watched 2 of those. I don't know if the third one's out, but I saw those in theater. They're pretty good. I think she wrote those. Not as books, but I think she wrote the screenplay for them. They were pretty good. I enjoyed them. Yeah, Bluebird drama. Newt looks handsome. Yeah. Oh yeah, because wasn't he like just like a what was he an author in the Harry Potter series? Like there was a book and he was like just the author of that book and that was like the only mention and then she like turned him into an entire series. Ah, of course there is. Yeah, the movies were good. Oh yeah, and the Flash dude shows up in there. The actor. He's a character. The dude who played as Flash in the Justice League movie. The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Oh, okay, yeah. That's funny. That's interesting to have an entire series based on a name that was such a small reference in the entire series. But it's good. It's very fun. Basically, he's a Harry Potter equivalent of Steve Irwin. Yeah, the character's name is Credence. Mm. Ezra Miller. Urza Miller. I don't remember. Urza? Isn't that all? Isn't that a character from Fairy Tail, the anime? Urza Scarlet. That's the same problem I had with her name. I thought her name was Ezra. And then I looked closer and I saw it was Urza. And I was like, oops. I was like, at first I was like, oh, cool, Ezra. That's an interesting name for a female character. And I was like, oops, I'm just not reading things carefully. Yeah, the actor's name, yeah. I don't even know Fairy Tail. I just know Urza Scarlet because she just looks so cool. And I watch clips of her, and I'm a fan of her, and I've never even watched the show. I haven't touched that in ages. From what I can tell, that seems like a One Piece or a Naruto type series where it's like you started as a child and then your grandchildren are born when the series is still not over. From what I can tell, I'm not sure though. It's another one of those very, very long manga and anime series. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Ezra is great as a yeah, he is. He's a fun actor. I like him. He's cute, and he can do different personalities too. Because the Fantastic Beasts, he was kind of just like a creepy, quiet boy, and then as Flash, he's like all perky and excited and stuff. He was one of the very few good parts of the Justice League movie. Yeah, I saw that in theater. It was okay. I mean, it had action in it and stuff, so. But I'm even less familiar with DC comic characters than I am with Marvel. It was like, meh, yeah. I mean, for me with DC comics, I don't really know what to expect because I pretty much just know Batman from watching like cartoons. And I watched some of the live action movies growing up. And then there was a Superman animated show. And he did crossovers with Batman too. So that's, and then there was like some live action shows with Superman, but that's more or less all I really know from DC Comics. What do you remember about the movie? It had action in it and stuff. Well, I remember, what was it about? Some box that was opening and then someone was trying to get all the boxes or something? I don't know. I just remember thinking the Amazons were stupid and weak. I think that was a memory I have. And then there was like, was it Atlantis? Is that where Aquaman made his entry? Wait, was this story about Aquaman? Oh wait, no, I think I'm mixing up the Aquaman movie. Wait, there was a separate Aquaman movie, and I watched that too. All they did was shoot arrows at the villain. Yeah, Atlantis. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I think I'm starting to mix up the Atlantis, the Aquaman movie with the Justice League movie, and I can't remember which was which. Didn't watch Aquaman movie, but he was in Justice League. Yeah, I mean, for me, I pretty much just like action, so as long as there's a good amount of action in a movie, I'm pretty satisfied. So, and since I'm not super familiar with the characters as comic book characters, like, I don't really have any complaints, because I know, like, people who are fans of the characters from the comics, since they know the source material, they might have, like, lots of different opinions, but... Also, for some reason, the cyborg dude from Teen Titans was there. Hold on, that's a Teen Titan dude? He's not actually from the original Justice League? What? That's a Teen Titan character? Wasn't Teen Titans created as just a TV show before it became comics? Or are any of them from comic books? I'm not even sure. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna laugh at that now. They just randomly throw in a Teen Titan character. I have no idea. Yeah, Teen Titan. I mean, like I said, I don't know anything about comics, so. I mean, Teen Titans. I did see. I think the original one that had Puffy Amiyumi as the theme song. It had Robin in it, but that's not the Dick Grayson. Is it Dick Grayson? Is that Robin's name? I don't think it's the original Robin. I think it's the second Robin. I can't even remember. Hey, while you're Googling that, I will be right back. Hold on a second. Tadaima. And back. Yeah, I think with the Justice League movie, I pretty much was just watching it for Wonder Woman. So, I don't like Wonder Woman as a character, but I like the new version of her. Thank you. Yeah, I'm back. Wonder Woman was all just camera shots at a very specific part of her body. What part? Is that her legs? In Justice League. Was it her thighs? Because she's not very boing boy. I think that was actually a thing. Where they were like, people were complaining about the actress and saying that she's not. Her booty? Oh, okay. She's, I don't know about that. I actually remembered that actress because she was in the Fast and Furious movies. Gal Gadot, yeah. I mean, I grew to like her as Wonder Woman, but I was a little upset because like she has like very skinny arms. But I mean, she definitely worked out a lot because I saw like videos of her training for Wonder Woman. And I think she was pregnant too when she was shooting that first movie. But yeah, as an actress, Gal Gadot's pretty cool because I've seen some other movies with her. Yeah, her arms, because I remembered her from Fast and Furious, mostly because she was so skinny. So when I heard she was the Wonder Woman pick, I was just like, what? Yeah, I don't understand pregnant women and their abilities. Because I would have thought that once you're pregnant, all you're allowed to do is sit still, but apparently not. Actually, well, actually, I think in olden days, like, pregnant women, they'd be working out in the fields as farmers, and then they'd go into labor, and then give birth, and then, like, go out to work the next day. So, actually, I think maybe working out might be healthy for you when you're pregnant. I'm not sure. My sister had twins, so she had to be a little bit more careful because she had two babies in her stomach. What are you doing? You're pregnant. 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 What are you doing down there in the chat? Yeah, they were surprised. There's this meme video where some dude goes through Yahoo Answers and it's questions about pregnancy. And the spelling is always wrong. He just keeps laughing at every new question. Yeah, I guess pregnant is one of those words where the spelling can play tricks on your eyes. Like, you type it out and you're like, wait, did I spell it right? And then... How do I know if I am pregnant? Am I pregante? Am I pregnant? Oh, wow. Pregante sounds like how you would say pregnant in Spanish. Yo soy pregante. That's what that sounds like. But that's probably not how you say pregnant in Spanish. I have no idea how to say pregnant in Spanish. Pregagnant. Oh, wow. Gives birth in Spanish. Your baby comes out speaking in Spanish. Habla en español. But jokes aside, the idea of childbirth is terrifying, to be honest. Yes, it is. Especially when you are the gender that is capable of giving birth. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you're a guy, right? So you're a part of the group. All you have to do is stand outside, nervously shuffling back and forth. Like if I were a woman, would not want to give birth, which is half of the reason why I personally don't want kids. Oh, because you don't want the girl who's having your child to have to go through that? Well, I mean, I would say as a guy, just as long as you're responsible with who you get pregnant, then you shouldn't feel bad. So, like, as long as you make sure the girl wanted to be pregnant and it doesn't happen by accident, then I would say there's nothing really to worry about. Because the girl made that decision that she wanted to be pregnant. For 18 years sounds like a lot of work. Well, I'm sure your child would be nice. You seem like a nice person. I'm sure your kid would be okay. Well, actually, it doesn't even really stop at 18 years because my sister is way older than 18 years. And my parents have been living with her since, what was it, June, July, August, now September. So almost 4 months. My parents have been living with her, helping her take care of her twins. So being a parent doesn't stop once the child turns 18 years old. I'm 19 now, so who knows what I'll think in the future. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to kids, just always make sure you want them. I don't want them, so that's why I don't have any. But my sister clearly wanted them, which is why she has 2 now. Taking care of their kids and their kids' kids. Yeah, exactly. Or just taking care of them. Because even after you're 18 years old, like, sometimes you still need help from your parents for various things. No, I don't want them. Kids are only cute if they're not yours. Yeah, pretty much. I think when I was 10, that was when I decided I didn't want to have children. You know, or like whatever the equivalent of age 10 is for an Amazon, right? Yeah. Keeping the fourth wall intact. Yeah, kids are a huge responsibility. So if anything, I think it's good when people say they don't want kids because it means that they recognize how serious it is, you know, taking on that responsibility of bringing a child into the world and raising them. It means they thought about it. So if anything, it's a good thing. I'm a child. I see how we are like. I do not want one. 10-year-old you. Well, I think it was mostly just because of pregnancy, like fear. Because it's a dangerous thing to do. I mean, you can possibly not survive. That is a possibility with all pregnancies. I think the biggest fear I had was being placed in a situation where I would have to choose between my life and the baby's life. And I didn't want to be placed in that position, so I was like, you know what? I have an idea. Just never get pregnant, and then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, because there are actually a lot of kid stories that you, like either movies or something that you watch as a kid, and like the child's mother is not alive because she didn't survive childbirth, and it's just like, wow, that's kind of depressing, this children's story. Yeah, and then there's also the fact that after the pregnancy and giving birth, then you have to be responsible to raise this person, and then even after they're an adult, you still are responsible for them. So yeah, not my cup of tea. Some people love that. Some people love nurturing and raising something and being responsible for it. There was this motivational talk at school when I was a kid, and it was about why we should appreciate our parents. True. And then they showed like examples of the metal bar that they grab onto. Wait, what? What? What now? Oof. I didn't know that was a thing. And then they were like, the pain is so heavy that these women can bend the metal bar out of pure strength. Oh my goodness. Well, that's for the women who don't get oh, what is it called? I forget what it's called, but it's like a special painkiller thing where I think they inject you into your spine. I forget what it's called. And that scared me terribly as a kid. Well, that's not appreciating your parents, that's appreciating your mother. I mean, your dad, I'm sure, was supporting the mom, but still, it's your mother who went through that. Actually, that would be funny if they let the mothers keep the metal bar so they could use that to scare their children, where they're like, this is how strong I can be. I bent this metal bar when you were born. Don't make me have to bring that rage back out. Be a good child. Yeah, it's like, oh, your mom went through the pain to give birth to you. Yeah. I would be scared. Especially if it was my mom. Because I've never heard of that metal bar thing. See this? I bent this metal bar when I was and I can do it again. Don't mess with me. My mom had 3 kids, so she would have 3 beds, metal bars. That would be really scary. Mom has 4? Oh, wow. Good grief. I'm clapping for your mom. Good job, Panda's mom. 2 older brothers, me, younger sister. Oh, okay. Oh. Wow, so your little sister has like 3 Oni-chans. That sounds like you'd be spoiled if you're a little sister with 3 big brothers. She lived in a house full of boys. Is she super girly, or did she like play with you guys all the time, so she's kind of tomboyish? No, we mess with her. Oh no. Oh, that's the other possibility. If you're the youngest girl with a bunch of brothers, you get picked on all the time. She grew a temper as a result. Oh my goodness. It sounds like me. I had a bad temper growing up. She's still girly, I guess. Oh, okay. That's funny. But then she's living with mom and she's in high school. Oh, okay. So she's carrying around the water bottles that you guys have all the time in high school? That's what I remember from that one stream where you were talking about your school. Everyone just has water bottles. So she's growing up and it feels weird. Aww. You sound like such a big brother. It's like my little sister's growing up. I don't know how to react. It's so strange. Also, the depressing thing is she's almost the same height as I am. Well, it could be worse. She could be taller than you like I am with my older brother. I'm the baby in the family. I have an older sister and an older brother who's the middle child, and I'm taller than both of them. And I'm taller than my mom. My dad's the only person in the family I'm not taller than, and we're very close in height. Wait, how tall am I? I am 6 feet, which is 182 centimeters in the metric system ish. And that's no joke. That's like actually me. That's not like, I mean, to break the fourth wall for a second, like I actually am legit 6 feet. 160-ish. What is that? About 5'3". Oh, okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate you changing it to the stupid imperial system. Is that what it's called that we use here in America? Oh, okay, yeah, so I'm like monstrously taller than you probably. I feel like I only reach your shoulder. Probably you're about my mom's height, and she's a lot smaller than me. So yeah, you might reach about my shoulder. Amazonian indeed. Yep. Now you know why the character I created is an Amazon, because it's a reflection of my actual self. That's why I was so critical of the live action Wonder Woman, because I was telling my cousin, I was like, she's too short. She's only 5'9", and I was like, you know, because here in America you have tall sizes for women, but they usually start at like 5'10" in certain stores, and then they start at like 5'9" in others. So I was like, look, she's like the shortest of the tall sizes, and like in some stores she wouldn't even be considered tall. And my cousin was just like, dude, you're not normal. You're not a normal height. Like, you can't use yourself as a comparison. You're like abnormally tall. Come on, I could play Wonder Woman better. Look at me. Well, I wasn't saying I should do it, but I was just saying, if you're gonna be like the princess of Amazon, you should be a little bit taller. So, but I mean, I guess her character was wearing boots with heels anyway, so she probably was like 6 feet once she put her boots on. Yeah, because my cousin is a comic book nerd, so I knew I could complain to him about that and he'd understand, because he knows about DC and Marvel comics. Yeah, I think in terms of VTubers, me and Coco are close in height, because Coco's like 5'10". She's very tall. Oh Lord, so if you wear high heels, you're basically a giant. Well, luckily I hate wearing heels, so they're very uncomfortable and I'm not good at walking in them. So I might wear something that has like 1 inch at the most, or like 2 inch, I think, but nothing higher than that, because it's just, I don't understand high heels. Unless you're short, then that would make sense if you're trying to make yourself taller, but it's like, they're weird to walk in. Heels sound like they're horrible to wear. Like, some people dance in them and like, yeah, and they run in them. I don't understand that. And like, they wear like 6-inch heels, some people. I don't understand. They'll do anything for fashion. Yeah, extra height. Or maybe even like the outfits that they wear. I think there are certain outfits where it looks better if you're wearing heels. I'm not sure. I'm not super girly, so I don't really know those things. But yeah, luckily, if I ever did date someone, they wouldn't have to worry. Well, I mean, I'm already tall, but they wouldn't have to worry about me being taller because I hate wearing heels. So I pretty much would stay the same height. There was one time I played flag football with a bunch of girls, and I was like the only tall person out there, and I like knocked a girl on the ground. I wasn't trying to be mean, but like, yeah. We weren't allowed to tackle and do all that. Uh-oh. Oh no, the guru guru. Oh, your connection is wonky. Should we end the stream in case you cut out? Or did you want to keep chatting? I play sports for fun, but I've never really done it officially, so. But I mean, mostly, so I was homeschooled until high school, so, I mean, I guess for fun, I would play sports, like, in the neighborhood, like, all the boys would play football, so I would play. It's still buffering every few seconds. Uh-oh. Looking at the stream, it says excellent connection, so I think maybe on my end it might be okay. So I guess maybe it might be internet over there. Maybe you're starting to get into like peak hours since it's late. Oh, and it's also a Friday, so everyone's at home chilling. But yeah, as a kid, I would play like football with the neighborhood kids and sometimes tackle, sometimes touch, and then I would play basketball too. It's probably on my end. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it won't cut off. That would suck. So I did, when I was in high school, I joined co-ed volleyball one time, but I really didn't like it because I don't like the sport of volleyball because like you have to stay on a, there's like the net in between you and your opponent and there's no way to like interact with them directly like with football or basketball. Like football, you can actually like touch the person. And then basketball, you can't touch them, but, you're able to be close to them. And, like, if they try and shoot the ball, you can, like, block it and stuff. But I really didn't like volleyball because, like, yeah, you gotta stay away from them. I would hate to go against them. I mean, I'm not that good at it. Probably I'm decent at blocking because I'm tall, but I quit. I wasn't in it for very long. We did like a couple of scrimmages and I think like 1 or 2 games and I quit. It's also a precision sport because like if you don't hit the ball perfectly correctly, it'll just like fly off out of bounds. So you have to be like really accurate and precise and I hate that, so. Because, I mean, even basketball, you do have to have precision, but, I mean, you could always, like, do a layup or dunk the ball if you're actually tall enough. So. I spent, like, the most of my school life in the library, but I did play basketball with friends once in a while. Yeah, sports are more fun when you're doing it just to hang out with your friends. I've never really done competitive sports before. I don't think I'm a competitive person. Basketball is a fun sport to play. Basketball is cool also because you can play by yourself. You don't even need to play with people because you can just grab the ball and shoot around and just practice by yourself. I've never learned how to spike properly. Yeah, me neither. I mean, like, they showed us some stuff. So, there's like a whole motion and form you have to do to spike. Yeah. Yeah, a whole lot of precision and stuff. I didn't like it. Run, step, jump, smack the ball. Yeah, I don't think I ever did that. Like, I tossed it up in the air and I smacked it. Or I did it where you, like, you hold the ball and then you kind of do, like, a upward motion with your other arm and you punt it. But I never did the crazy run, step, jump, smack. That's like the pros. Basketball is fun and it feels good to have it go through the net. Yeah, swish. And if the person's annoying you, you could always foul them, but you probably shouldn't do that. Volleyball is like you have to put your arm in a certain position or it'll just fly away. Yep. I think that might have been a trash can emoji, but that was supposed to look like a net, a basketball in a net. Oh, there was a really good shoujo manga. I forget what it was called, Crimson something, but it was a volleyball manga. It was pretty good. I liked it a lot. It was about like a girl who played volleyball and hot guys and stuff. You know, shoujo manga, lots of hot shonen guys. I mean, when I throw paper in the bin, I always yell Kobe. So same thing. Huh. Oh, Kobe. Teardrop. Yeah, basketballs, trash bins, same thing. We're all mini NBA stars when we're throwing things away. So did you do any other sports? Was it just basketball? Or did you do anything else for fun? Like soccer/football? I guess you guys probably would call it football in Malaysia, not soccer. The hand motion. Yep. And you have to do the countdown to shot clock. I think there are actually some trash cans where you can have like a little backboard and like a net and it falls into the trash can. Oh, you did do volleyball a bit too. Oh, cool. Was it all boys or did you have co-ed? Because with the team I was on, it was boys and girls. I'm not good at soccer football because it requires legs, feet. Oh, I see. Always felt more comfortable using hands rather than feet. Yeah, that would be hard if you're into more hand sports and then you try and play soccer or football. and then you end up like slapping the ball, and then you're gonna get in trouble because you're not allowed to touch the ball unless you're the goalie. My school was co-ed, so sports was the same. Oh, okay. Cool. But basketball was separated into like boys and girls. Ah, I see. Yeah, that would be a sport that would be kind of hard to have co-ed. Because with stuff like volleyball, you're separated by the net, so there's no direct interactions. But something like basketball, now that you read it out, I'm not good at it because it requires feet, makes it sound like I don't have feet. Well, I mean, the way you explained it made sense, where you're just like, in terms of, sports, you'd rather play sports where you focus on hand movement and, well, hand usage as opposed to foot usage. I actually never even really thought about it that way, where somebody can feel more comfortable with hand usage over foot usage, but that makes sense. One thing I don't like about basketball is that people always get mad, especially like casual play. Yeah, because if you like block the ball, people can get really mad. Like if it's a really embarrassing way that it happens, where they're like going up and you just like, you stop them. That's kind of embarrassing. Half the time someone gets mad. Well, that's kind of irritating. Were you playing like 5-on-5 with teams, or was it like how you can play where everyone's on their own team? I think it's like 31 or 33 or something, and everyone's playing by themselves. And then they start fights. What? Well, then you might as well just go do like martial arts to begin with if they're gonna get that upset. For real. Bro, you found me. I didn't even touch the ball. I mean, if it's not like a real game, if it's for fun, casual play, this, like, if somebody fouls you, who cares? Like, unless they do something crazy, like they break your nose. High school hormones and emotions. Were girls watching when you played? Were there girls watching? Whenever girls are watching, that makes it worse. Also boys. Yeah, boys will be boys. The whole alpha male thing. No, emotions like 3 versus 1 match per half court. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. Wait, exactly what? I think there's a delay in when I speak. I forgot what I said to you that you're agreeing with. Like, the most annoying ones always had their girlfriends watching on the side. Oh, okay. I see what you were agreeing with. Yeah. Oh. So they were just putting on a show for their girlfriend. Pride. Yeah. Trying to be a bad boy. Impress their girlfriend. Wait, question. In Malaysia, is there a popular form of martial arts? Because I did Taekwondo or Taekwondo here in America. It's like a Korean form of martial arts. Does Malaysia have their own form of martial arts, or is there something that's popular there? Also, I had a really hard time shooting 3-pointers. Oh, those are hard. Because it's already hard enough, because you're so far away from the net, it's already hard enough just to get the ball to reach the net, and then to actually make sure it goes in. That's like a whole other thing. Malaysia has its own martial arts. Well, it's Indonesian/Malaysian called Silat. I don't think it's that popular. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look it up. I'm curious now. Martial arts in general isn't really a thing here. Oh, okay. Just throwing punches. Beating up each other over basketball matches. What's it called? Fisticuffs? Is that what it is when you just like fight with your fists? We had wushu as an extracurricular activity though. Oh, that's interesting. And one of my friends competed at like a national level. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, wushu is cool. My university had I think it was a club, a wushu club. They were pretty cool. It was very entertaining to watch them. Silat. I'm gonna look that up later. So our extracurriculars, excuse me. Oh wait, hold on. To be fair, it really escalated into an actual brawl. It was just guys yelling and shoving each other. Oh, that's like the lamest kind. It's like you're doing enough to look cool, like a bad boy. Where it's like, oh look, I'm yelling and shoving somebody, but you don't actually escalate it into like throwing punches. It's like, that's like so fake. With friends of each side holding them back and everyone else just laughing. It sounds like such a display of something. Like they're just putting on a show. They're not actually trying to start a fight. Especially because their friends are there to hold them back, so they know it will never actually turn into a real fight because they're like, my friends will stop us. I think I would be annoyed by that. Because at university, like, we have a gym, and I've played basketball in there with guys and stuff, and you can really feel the energy of, like, the males where they're showing off to, like, kind of, I don't know, prove that they're the alpha male or something. You could just, like, feel it in the air, and it's just like, oh gosh, this is so annoying. I'm glad I'm not a guy. I can just be myself and not care. I think the one occasion I remember most from those days was when I was going for a rebound and I got elbowed hard on the side of the head by another dude. Okay, that's ridiculous. Like, once you're throwing elbows and especially connecting with someone's head, it's like, okay, even for casual basketball, that's a straight up foul. The guy was nice and was like, bro, are you okay? So nothing happened, but my head raised and oh, okay, that was good. Okay. He apologized. That's always good. Yeah, like if you had done that on purpose, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, that's good. That sounds pretty bad though. Oof. An elbow to the side of the head. Especially if it's basketball, because you're really not expecting that. It was like wrong positioning. Yeah, because you're both going for the rebound, so he was probably like reaching up to try and get it, and it just bad positioning, like you said. I think I used to foul people a lot when I was a kid because I just wasn't very careful. I was kind of wild, but that was like when I was like elementary school age. I feel like American basketball is more physical. You mean like NBA or casual? I think with casual, it probably would just depend on who you're playing with. So, because we definitely, even with casual play, we still don't allow fouling. Like, if you hit somebody, you'd get called out and be like, yo, you're fouling me, stop it. Also, I'm horrible at dribbling. I hate dribbling. Yeah, dribbling is the only annoying thing about basketball. I'm not good at it. Just be good at passing. Both NBA and like court play. I don't watch enough professional basketball or college basketball to know, so I have no idea how physical those games get. I would say for like outdoor casual pickup games, it just depends on who you're playing with. And I'm not Amazonian height, so I can't just jump and put the ball in the net. So I just stayed in one spot and took shots. I mean, I'm not very good at shooting anyway. Pretty much I'm good at defense, because defense is basically just annoying the other person. You just get in their way, so that's super easy. So, plus by the time I got tall, I wasn't really playing basketball as much, because I mostly played when I was like in elementary school, or at least elementary school age. So, and then I started to get tall probably in middle school, and then by high school, I wasn't really playing it. So, like, I played it in gym class, and that was about it. And now I just kind of play it for fun, like, every couple of years, basically. My neighborhood doesn't have any basketball courts, so I can't really play it that often. So, but one time, a couple of years ago, I had a gym membership, and the gym had basketball courts, so I was playing a lot then. But I would just play by myself, where I would just shoot the ball around. Growth spurts, yep. I think it was when I was 12, I remembered going to the doctor for like a regular checkup, and she said I was like 5'6". So I'm not sure how tall that is in centimeters, but that's pretty tall. I think that's like, I think grown women are like 5'6". I think that might be average height for women in the United States, or a little bit taller. I'm not sure. How often? Twice a year. Pretty much. Because it's such a pain. I would have to drive like pretty far just to get somewhere to play for free. So, because a lot of the parks have outdoor basketball courts. So, or I'd have to go to my university to play indoors at the gym. That's kind of a pain. I think in 2020 I was actually playing pretty often though, because one of my younger cousins, he liked playing basketball, and so he would ask me to take him, and so I think we were going like almost every week to like go to outdoor basketball play. I've been around 160 since like 6th, 7th grade. Oh, okay. Yeah, guys get their growth spurts at different times. People keep saying guys' height growth only stop at 25, so I'm still hoping. Yeah, it's possible. Just make sure you eat well. Are your parents tall? Because obviously I got my height from my dad. Because I'm basically the same height as him. He's just a little bit taller. Your dad is tall, but your mom isn't. Isn't that always how it goes with parents? The dad's tall, but the mom isn't. I don't know if I've seen a family where the mom is tall and the dad's short. I feel it's like tall guys like short girls because they're cute. And short girls like tall guys because they think they're hot. What about both tall? Have I seen that before? Yeah, I guess that's the girl probably wanted a guy around her height, so she found a dude who was the same height. But tall girl. Okay, before I start sipping. Oh my goodness. Yeah, especially too, like, cause my audience is like non-Americans, because even in America, I'm super tall. So I think also in like Japan, I'd be like super, super tall. Probably because I'm short for a guy. I guess it would depend where you are for 5'3". Because height changes depending on what country you're in. But yeah, I mean, the one guy I dated who was shorter than me, but I only like dated one time. Also, cough mommy issues. What, you or short guys in general? Oh, you deleted it. Sorry, I read it already. Sorry. Nothing was said. Okay. We'll move on. Is that another thing I'm gonna have to delete from the archive? What are we at now? Like 3 things I have to delete. One was the murder of Bambi. I forget what the second one was. I feel like it's both. Hmm. Bambi, forgot the second one. This one. Both me and short guys in general. I mean, oh, okay. I see what you mean. Really? That's interesting. I think for me, what I would associate with short guys is just more like pride issues. I don't think I would associate any, you know, parental specific issues. The childlike, because that's the other one. Being childlike is a good thing. Childish is the bad one, but childlike is good. Oh, okay, well, we can move on. Yeah, I don't want anyone to ever say anything that they'll regret or feel uncomfortable about. So, yeah, don't get personal. I don't want you to feel like you said too much. Let's move on. What are you doing this weekend? Like in general, you don't have to like give specifics. This is Friday night. It's morning here. I got my whole Friday to do fun stuff. It's like Friday night where you guys are. This is like me oversharing. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I create too relaxed of an atmosphere for my streams? I have my voice is kind of deep, so I guess it's kind of like a therapist voice, and then I have like the chill jazz music. Maybe it's too relaxed. My very non-judgmental tone. finishing the last assignment, applying for internship jobs, attending a briefing for my thesis tomorrow. Wow, sounds busy. It sounds like not very fun stuff. Oh yeah, you mentioned you had your last assignment. Oh, your thesis, the one where, what was it? You were gonna write either on that author or the other option you had. I forget what it was. Oh, I got that book, by the way. The one you suggested about the graveyard. I mean, I can't say your stream is too relaxing. I don't like it. Well, I mean, it might be. Maybe people don't like it because it makes them too sleepy. Or it makes them so relaxed that they reveal things that they later regret and they wish was not recorded in a stream that can be watched by literally billions of people. Neil Gaiman, John Green. Yeah. They had it at the library. I haven't started reading it yet, but I got it. The Graveyard Book. Actually, is that the literal name of the book? The Graveyard Book? What is it? The Graveyard Book. Yes! That's the actual name. I was just calling it the Graveyard Book because I couldn't remember the title. I just remembered it had to do with the graveyard, but that's the actual name of the book, so. I feel like I'm talking to a friend. Aw, I'm glad you consider me as a friend. I mean, we kind of, it's a very buddy-buddy atmosphere. We have a lot in common. I think if we went to the same university, we probably would be actual buddies. Because we have a lot of common interests. And sometimes I overshare, but this isn't the place. Yeah, just be careful, because since things are being recorded, I don't want you to say something and they'll be like, oh shoot. So. I mean, I personally don't mind if people overshare things to me, but just given the fact that it's being recorded and broadcasted, that's my only concern. If we were, like, talking on Discord, I wouldn't care. Time to transfer to an American university. We can meet halfway, so, well, actually, it wouldn't be halfway for you, because I'm hoping to go to grad school in Japan. So that's closer to you, because they're only like an hour time difference from you. I wonder if you'd like American universities. Actually, no, you might not. Because you said you don't have to pay for textbooks. Yeah, are you sure? I don't know if you'd want to pay our ridiculous prices here. Which uni has an Amazon in it? Found you. It's the university with the biggest Greek culture. Is that what they call, like sororities and fraternities, Greek culture or something? Sorry, I typed it out. Greek. I have the cough drop in my mouth again, so I'm probably not pronouncing carefully. I think that's a term for, like, sororities and fraternities. I think it's referred to as Greek culture. I'm not 100% sure, though. Like all those stupid Phi Theta Kappa whatever that they call themselves, all the Greek symbols or whatever, Omega something or another. Be right back. Time to find out where you live. Kidding. Ha ha ha. Well, it might be too late because I'm graduating soon anyway, so you'd get there too late. I'd already be gone. Fraternities, I think. Yeah, I never really understood that kind of stuff. I don't even know if my school has that. Psi, Beta, Alpha, Gamma, whatever. I know, right? It's just like a bunch of random Greek letters. I mean, I think my generation, we kind of just see it as the stereotypical drinking parties, and that's pretty much it. Mostly guys. Yeah, the groups for guys is called fraternities, and then the groups for girls is called sorority. Ugh. I don't think they have co-ed types of groups. Or maybe they do now, who knows? Things change so much. Yeah, exactly. Frat boys and sorority girls. It's just like stereotypical partying, drinking. I have no idea though. I've never actually visited any of those things. There's lots of ceremony and rules for certain ones, I guess. It seems boring and annoying. I think the point of being in them is like for networking. Because, you know, like the alumni, they graduate and then they go get jobs or start companies and whatever. I think that might be like the main purpose for them. I don't really know. Yep. So people can help you get jobs and things like once you graduate. Like if you put it on your resume, they'll be like, "Oh, you're from my sorority or my fraternity." 3 hours, yeah. Well, the questions took a long time because I had a bunch of them. I had like 14. That's a lot. Is this a record? Yeah, a little bit because there was one stream. It was like 2 hours and 53 minutes or something. But this I think is a full 3 hours now. Because I started at 8 a.m. and it's like 11:10 a.m. now. Yeah! 12-hour stream, let's go! No, I'm kidding. You've got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Clapping. I get. Also, I have to wash the dishes. The most unfair thing about cooking your own meals, cooking for an hour, eating for 10 minutes. Yeah, if you cook for someone else, then they have to wash the dishes for you. Washing everything. Okay, well let's check and see. Did you have any questions? Probably not. You never do. I mean, you ask a lot of good questions for like conversation though. But you just you never really have questions on English stuff. You're my top student. Okay, cool. Yeah, probably. You're good enough to be the TA. You can teach the discussion. I'll teach the main class and then you can teach the discussion. That's how some of my language classes are. It's split up. Like you have the main class hour that's taught by the professor and then the TA will do like the 50-minute discussions that are on a different day. Oh, is that what it's called? Oh, okay. Yeah. Tutorials. That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, not all classes are like that. It just depends on the class. Sometimes the entire time is spent in class with just the professor. Lecture is the main lesson and tutorials are discussing the topics, exercises, questions. Mm. Yeah, certain classes will be like that. Like I know my chemistry class that was like that. We would have we'd be in the lecture hall with professor, and then in the discussion class we'd turn in our homework and have quizzes and ask questions and things like that with the TA. Yep. I hated chemistry. I got a C in that class. Boo-hoo. Also, on an unrelated note. Mm-hmm. Did I see the Blues Clues thing? Nope. I don't think so. If you're talking about like a drama situation that happened recently, no, I haven't seen anything. But I do know about the show. I've heard of it. That's like a kid show with some dude in like a green striped shirt. Did something happen? No, the original dude left for college back in the day, and recently there was a video in which he was like, "Hey, I missed all of you. Thanks for helping me through it all." You all are amazing. So a lot of people who watched it as a kid got closure. Very wholesome. Aw, that is very wholesome. I thought you were gonna say something awful like a scandal or maybe something bad happened to the actor. Yeah, that wasn't a show I actually watched. I wasn't, well, I was too old to watch it when it was on TV. I think it's still on TV now, though. No Bluebird drama this time. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much, though. You gotta be careful when talking about TV shows, because you can kind of really break the fourth wall with that when you talk about shows you watched as a kid. Detectives can figure out your age. Just yeah, especially if you like flat out tell what shows you watched as a kid, because then they can just like backtrack when those shows were airing on TV. I can just lie and say they were reruns. Wait, so did you watch Blue Clues in your country, or you just know about it? Is that a popular show? Do they air a lot of English children's programs on the TV where you live? Oh, what am I doing for the weekend? Well, today I have to make slides. Shh, don't tell anyone. I haven't prepared the slides for tomorrow's stream, so I need to work on that. So, and then I have like laundry I need to do, probably chores. And then I've this stupid cold or allergies. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try and get some rest because I really want to get rid of it. I watched it as a kid, but I don't remember much. I remember the jingle theme song though. Oh, okay. Another piece of evidence to remove. Well, at this point with things like Netflix, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like, I haven't watched live TV in years because I watch everything off of Netflix or Hulu. So, like, all those shows are available. You could be watching something from, like, 50 years ago. I haven't done the slides, don't tell anyone. Yeah, this stream is gonna have so many edits. Just kidding. But actually, if there's anything I think that you type that you want to delete, I think even after the archive goes up, I think you can still delete your own comments. I think, I'm not sure. Gotta go wash the dishes and last assignment. I'll stay till the end. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, we should close down before we break a new record and get to 4 hours. We'll save that for another time. Well, it was fun. We had a lot of great discussion today. We talked about a lot of things. Shared some things, and yeah. So, thanks for the conversation. I appreciate it. So, and have a good weekend. Try and get some rest, even though you sound super busy. And I'll see you. Oh, next stream is Saturday, 9 p.m. Japan time. That is just the Eikaiwa stream. We're just chatting basically. So 4 hours record anniversary stream. Yeah. Well, that'll be next year then. Today I learned you could best by butt in basketball. Well, I mean, only with defense, pretty much. But if you're fast, you might actually be able to beat me. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe one day, if I stream video games, I can play a basketball game, and then I can like play with the viewers, and then we can see who's really good. Alright, well, get some rest, and have a good sleep. Oh. What happened? Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap later today. I'll have lunch or brunch after this. Make sure to drink stuff for your sniffles. Thank you. I will drink some more. I'll have some tea after this. Thank you. Alright. Not all as in playing games with viewers is a fun idea. Oh! Hinako! Oh, you're welcome! Hi! Mite kureta? Thank you for watching! Oh, somebody was watching. Somebody else. You're welcome, Hinako! Oh, there was a viewer. Well, thank you for watching the stream. Sorry we were talking for so long. Sorry Panda, it's too late now. Sorry. Your secrets are known. Alright, well, let's end the stream, because Hinako is an hour ahead of you, so it's really, really late where Hinako is. Alright, see you guys next stream. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Oyasumi nasai. Zaijin. That's all for now. Thanks for coming to the stream. See you next time. Mata ne. Bye bye. See you. Yeah. Alright, bye guys.